Hey guys, it's Goldie, and today we're going to review Ariel's Royal Bundle, the newest signature bundle that came with Update 12. To get this bundle, we'll head over to the premium shop in the signature bundles section and purchase it for 4,000 moonstones, which is the normal price for the bundles. After purchasing, we'll get a little overview here of all the different items, but we're going to take a closer look at each one. First off, we're going to equip Ariel's dream style, and oh my gosh, she has 4 dream styles now? That's kind of crazy. So it's Ariel's pink gown. I don't know if you guys get that animation to play whenever you switch the character's outfits, but my game doesn't do that anymore. I think that might be a glitch, but anyway, now we gotta go find Ariel. All right, and here is Ariel's dream style, but one of us is gonna have to change because it is the same dress that we were able to buy in the premium shop for ourselves. I personally wish that it was a different dress because it does feel like we're having to pay for the same dress twice. But I can also understand that it's nice to have the option of whether you want your character or Ariel to wear it. Regardless, it is a very nice dress and she does look beautiful wearing it. Eric is so confused right now. We also got some new clothing and hair options for our character. This is the new hairstyle and dress that we got for the feminine look. I made the accent color pink so that you can really tell where that accent color comes into play. It's kind of like the shading underneath the curls and of course the little wispy curls in the front. I'm a really big fan of these items, especially the dress. The sleeves are such good quality and something a little bit different that we don't have in the game right now. I also love the style of the dress and the color and the pattern. I think it's all just really, really nice. They also managed to give us a new short hairstyle that we don't have anything like this right now in the game, and I think it's really adorable. And here's the masculine option for the outfit and hair. It's very regal, it's giving prince. I like how the color and pattern of the suit does match the dress. Also with the hairstyle, the accent color is just one little streak at the front. But yeah, I think that all of these clothing and hair options that we get with this pack are really nice and really great quality from what I can tell. Next, we have Eric's Seaside Villa. This house looks great on the beach, of course, and it's a very thin house. It's not the normal square shape that we see with houses, and I think that's because the beach is a very narrow biome. There's not a lot of space here like there is in all the other biomes that have kind of big open areas. So I think that was done very intentionally by the developers so that we have a little bit more space to decorate in front of or around the house without it taking up so much room. And as per usual, once your house is fully upgraded, you can apply this skin to your main house or you can place it down separately. Moving on to the furniture items. They can all be placed indoors or outdoors, but I've just staged them in a way that I think makes the most sense. We have a new carriage here, which is nice because the only other carriage we have in the game is from the fairy godmother, which is the pumpkin carriage, so it is nice to have another option. You cannot interact with this at all, and you can't place your character inside it the way you can with the fairy godmother carriage. There's that trick where if you place the fairy godmother carriage over your character, you can see them inside of it. That does not work with this one. It'll just move your character out of the way. We also get this fountain, but the water isn't flowing the way you would expect in a fountain. You can kind of see the reflection move a little bit, but it's not flowing. So that is kind of disappointing. Honestly, it looks like a mosquito nest waiting to happen, if you ask me. But other than that, it is a pretty good looking item. Moving indoors, we have a Seaside Royal Bath, which is a very unique item. It almost looks like it should go outside, except for this little towel rack here. It is indeed a bath, so you probably don't want that outside in the open. I like that it has bubbles. I think that's really cute. And there are 2 spaces on here where you can actually put an item. Specifically, you're supposed to put this royal bath plant here. As you can see, it can be placed on these 2 spots, but unfortunately they only give you 1 of these. I feel like they should have given us 2, considering there's 2 spots. But even though that's what's meant to go in that spot, you can place any item there that has a footprint of 1 square. It's a little bit finicky, actually, as you can tell. But as you can see, other items can be placed there. There's also a royal dresser, which to me kind of looks like a desk, but it says that it's a royal dresser, and it also has a footprint of 1 square where you can put decorative items. We also have a royal potted plant. And again, they only give us 1 of these. I kind of wish that they had given us more than 1 to start out with, because you can't really decorate a full room with only 1 of these to start. But I do really like this plant. I think that you can never have enough accent foliage to put around the room to make it look bright and colorful and homey. There's also a giant window, which this is probably the biggest window in the game. Again, we only get 1. But it's from floor to ceiling and it takes up a lot of squares. What is that? 8 squares. And I imagine if you put a bunch of these next to each other, it's gonna look really stunning. Very regal, very fancy. And lastly, we have all the items to make up a royal dining set. We have the royal table, which is huge. Definitely the biggest table in the game. I remember in the past when I was doing a Dream Snaps, I was trying to find a big table to be able to fit a certain item. I can't remember what it was, but it was an item that needed 3 by 3 squares, and there was no tables that would fit it, that I had anyways. And this just blows all the other tables out of the water with the amount of squares that you have to put items on the table. The royal rug is equally as big, and luckily it does center underneath the table. That would have been awful if it didn't center. Lots of very big items in this pack, seems to be the common theme. Then it comes with 2 different chairs that you can put around the table. We have this regular one and a fancy one, which has some kind of emblem there at the top. It's the same emblem. Oh, it's an E. It's an E for Eric, I guess. The same emblem is on the window as well. Again, we only get 1 of each chair, which is really making it difficult to make this set look complete. And we also get a bunch of little items to put on top of the table, such as 1 table setting. And unfortunately, the table setting does not line up with the chairs, which is really, really frustrating. Because as you can see, this is like a 4 square and the chair goes on either side of it. Like, why? How did this get past quality control? So yeah, if you are frustrated with things not lining up, don't even try with this table set. But also we have a royal table candle holder, which instead of candles has silverware on it, especially a dingle hopper, of course. And lastly, a fruit bowl. Again, these things don't really, they can only center one way or the other with the way the squares are laid out, but I feel like that's not as big of a deal as the table setting to the chair. So I'll walk around these items a little bit to give you a closer look. Here's the dresser, the potted plant, the chairs and tables and silverware, and the table decorations. I mean, overall, it's nice quality. I'm obsessed with this table. I feel like it's going to come in handy a lot just because of the amount of stuff that you can put on it. But as far as actually setting up a nice dining set, you're going to have to buy a lot more chairs, a lot more table settings, probably more of those candle holders, and just hope that you can't tell that it's misaligned. But the problem with this is that all of the items that come with this bundle are extremely expensive to buy multiples of. I mean, look at this. They're all $15,000 and up. $15,000 for a fruit bowl, $20,000 for a place setting. So the fact that they only gave us 1 of each item is incredibly frustrating, especially for this reason, because if you want to make a complete set, you better be Starcoin rich. Which I know a lot of us who've been playing this game from the beginning already do have a lot of money. I mean, I'm probably on the lower end. It's not a big deal for those players, but for the newer players, this would be incredibly frustrating. So, you know, do with that information as you will. So, is this bundle worth buying? Let's take a look at it objectively by comparing this bundle to the previous ones. The Starlight House bundle, which featured Belle, gave us 1 dream style, 1 house skin, 6 furniture items, 7 wardrobe items, and 1 feature item, which was the Touch of Magic beanbag chair, giving us 16 items in total. The Island Getaway bundle that featured Stitch gave us 1 dream style, 1 house skin, 9 furniture items, 6 wardrobe items, and 1 feature item, which was the surfboard glider, which adds up to 18 items in total. Now, Ariel's Royal Bundle gives us 1 dream style, 1 house skin, 14 furniture items, 4 wardrobe items, and 0 feature items, giving us 20 items in total. So objectively, Ariel's bundle gives us more items than the other 2 did, but a lot of the items are small because they come together to create a complete dining set. Also, we're missing an item that has a special feature. I feel like this was really a missed opportunity to allow us to sit in the bath or even in the carriage. They could have made it similar to how we sit in the theme park rides, so we could at least get a selfie with the bath bubbles, or in the carriage like we're on our way to a ball. Like, there's so much that they could have done with that, and it's kind of weird that they didn't give us any sort of special item with this bundle like they did for the previous 2. Also, another thing to consider is that this bundle is mostly indoor items, whereas like the Stitch bundle, for example, was mostly outdoor items. So that will definitely play a big part in deciding if this bundle is worth it for you based on whether you prefer to decorate indoors or outdoors. I personally am happy with the purchase because at the end of the day, the bundles are always a much better value than buying regular items from the premium shop. You get a lot more for your money, so if you like even half of the items in the bundle, I would say it's worth it. But I will leave that for you to decide. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please leave a like and consider subscribing for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content. I'll see you in a new video soon. Bye!